we go. Let's take a look at this pistol. The SIG XCompact 9mm pistol incorporates the ergonomic and performance features of the full-size X series pistols into the compact size. Now, since we picked this gun up, let's talk a little more safety here. We always want to check twice, visually and physically with the finger. No magazine, empty chamber. Magazine is out, chamber is empty. All right, we are good to go here. Now we've got the modular grip. Something that really makes these pistols very special is the fact that the grip is modular. The grip itself, the bottom part of the frame here, is not serialized. That makes it very different from most out-of-the-box pistols. The serial numbers usually are down here on the grip frame somewhere. And by the way, you see me pointing in this direction. We don't have any staff members over here. Everybody's hanging out on this side of the room today, so this is our safe way to point. You can never be safe enough, right, guys? So talk about serialized. The only thing that's serialized on this gun is the trigger control group. No serial number on the frame, no serial number upstairs here, only on the trigger control group. And we're going to field strip this gun here in just a second and show you exactly what we're talking about. Speaking of trigger, the XCompact comes with the very nice feeling upgraded flat trigger. If you've never seen a gun with a flat trigger, flat triggers give you a little more of an advantage. So when you have a flat trigger, it actually helps you with leverage when pulling the trigger. And this trigger is by no means hard to pull to begin with. It's a very nice, I call it enhanced trigger, but we like to see these flat triggers on our competition guns, for instance, because it gives us a very consistent, high leverage trigger pull. Gives you a really, really nice feel for this trigger. And it has a nice reset as well. If you're not familiar with that terminology, when you pull the trigger, as you're releasing the trigger, you feel it, it clicks and you feel it recess. So what you're looking for in your pistols is a reset that's not necessarily really long or extended. The shorter and smoother the reset, the faster you're going to be able to fire that gun, the more accurate you can be. We have a great accessory rail here that you can see underneath the barrel, this accessory rail. What's that good for? A light, a laser, a combination aiming device. And let's face it, if this is a gun that you're going to keep in your house for home protection, throw a light on there. We've got lots of choices on the BDU website, and then you'll be ready for things that go bump in the dark, right? So you'll be able to illuminate what you're looking at. We have a really nice extended beaver tail here. It not only protects your hand from that slide coming back and forth, but also allows you to get a really high, secure grip. You see how high my hand up is here? Let's throw a little tip at you, by the way. When you're gripping your gun to shoot, you don't want any space here between your hand and the back, the grip frame of the gun, the beaver tail area of the gun. If you hold your gun and shoot your gun like this, it's going to flip around and move around a lot. You're not going to have the control that you really need, but if your hand is nice and high, all of a sudden that's a game changer, guys. You have a lot more control. By the way, when you slide that other hand underneath to help control your gun, that you should be making contact with the underside of the trigger guard here with your support hand, and instead of just coming straight back, why don't you give yourself a little bit of an angle? You see how much surface area we've got there? We can really control our gun really well. But see how both my thumbs are pointed forward? I'm pointed at, I have a natural aim here. It really helps me with my accuracy when I grip my gun like that. Throw a little tip at you every once in a while, try to help you guys out. You see the undercut here in the trigger guard we were talking about as well. Also allows you to get up really high and tight, as we say on that gun. The more control you have, the more accurate you're going to be able to shoot. It's a compact gun, so it doesn't have a very long barrel. It's about 3.6 inches long. The slide is really cool because it has the enhanced serrations front and back. So it makes it really easy for a press check to rack your gun. By the way, press checking, if you're not familiar with what a press check is when we back the slide off just a little bit to check the chamber without actually ejecting around. So we're just going to press the slide back, do a press check. You can do it this way, you can do it this way, you can do it this way. You just don't want to put your hand in front of the danger area, the business end up here, obviously, right, guys? But speaking of loaded chambers, it does actually have a loaded chamber indicator here as well, which is really another great feature of the SIG XCompact. It also has an optic plate. That means it's ready for a red dot, guys. This is the optics plate here. I don't know if you can see it from this angle. So this plate is actually removable from the top of the slide here. It's compatible with the SIG Romeo 1 Pro Red Dot reflex optic. And so you're ready for those red dots. And those of you who follow me on social media know I love to shoot red dots. Two 15-round magazines, so you got 30, actually 31 rounds of fun right out of the box. I love the quality of these SIG pistols. As I said, they are modular, so we've already checked for safety. We know we're empty. We've checked several times now. With the slide lock back, I'm going to put the takedown lever all the way in the down position. I'm going to release the slide and control its escape from the lower module. So now